Hello, my name is Max, if you're new here, and welcome to my channel. So this is a CAS video for my upcoming series called The Rosewood Legacy Sapphire Eclipse. This is Generation 2 of the Rosewood Legacy, the sequel, I suppose, to the Rosewood Legacy Horse Ranch and the Rosewood Legacy Prologue. It's exciting, I know. Yeah, this is something you can watch if you're new, especially this generation. I find this generation's definitely not gonna have too much come up from past generations, other than a couple of, family characters. But none of these Sims are our heirs. I'm gonna start by saying that. Our heir is Sasha, who's going to be coming in a later video because I'm gonna be doing all of her outfits and stuff. And she's like, the star of the show, so I'm gonna give her some special time. But now we're gonna start here. So, there's 4 Sims in this video. Thursday I'm gonna be posting 4 more. I might post them on like Tumblr or something, but I probably also won't because they're my gameplay Sims, sort of. They're sort of gameplay Sims because they're going to be roommates in Sasha's dorm room, except it's not a room, it's like the whole complex, So, without further ado, I suppose I'm going to start introducing the characters. So, this is the first character. I have, in my head, these characters have a defined order, and that's the order I made them in, but, number 1 is Sasha, so number 2, character 2, is, the Frat Boy. Now, they all have, little titles, I guess, little tropes, if you will, about certain things. I will let you know Sasha's when we get there, but for now, this is the Frat Boy. He is a communications major. He is named Derek Jensen. He is a party animal, lazy and romantic. I tried to make sure that their names and traits were already in the corner before I made them. So, because I'm planning ahead, look at me. Yeah, he is a party-loving frat boy who is a trust fund baby and a straight man, so that's always a fun trait to have. He's gonna be a little bit of an interesting character. I liked making him. The first version I made, I'm like, he's probably gonna be the least likable character from the get-go, I'm not gonna lie. And I was just like, do I really want to make him attractive? So my first version of him was not good looking at all, in a way that he looked very gross. He looked like a gross frat boy. And also you can see me messing with my shader. I still do that. I mess with my shader so much. I'm so sorry about that, but just ignore it for now. The first version I made, I just didn't like. He just was too icky, This guy gives a little icky, but not as much icky. And as I've said, I've rated every single character, and I find that I'm actually better at making Sims when I'm making them twice. So, all 8 of the Sims I'm about to show you throughout this week, this is their second version. And the first versions, actually, scratch that, Derek actually has 3 versions. I made 3 versions of him, but the first one was completely different. He had the same features on my second try, or for this try, I gave him the same features as the last one, but the first one was completely different, and I did not plan at all, so, we don't talk about that one. Yeah. So we're gonna be moving on to the next character shortly. Hi, so character number 2, Winona Itsui Gutierrez. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I'm crossing my fingers right now for some reason, so hopefully I'm saying it right. And their trope is the loner. They are a, what did I write? Culinary arts major. They are good at like chefing and mixologing, and they are a non-binary lesbian, I believe. Um, they are very cool, and my first version was also very cool, but less cool. So I think I did better this time. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I really struggle with same face syndrome, or at least I think I do. Nobody else thinks I do, but well, only one person. But she's my worst critic, so it's like fine. Um, like nobody really thinks I have same face syndrome. I think, other than myself, but I probably do. So I like try so hard to escape it, and I tried too hard on my first Sims, and they all looked way too extreme, I think. And I think that's what I didn't like about them the most. And I actually think that with this Sim, which actually their original name was Jade, but I changed it because I liked the name Winona, and I wanted to use it at some point, and it's a name of Native American origin, and they are part Native American. They're Native American and Native Mexican. They're like, you know, a mix. Um, and I don't know, I really like this sim. I've been imagining this sim in my head for so long. All these characters are very important, so I kind of all had them imagined in my head, and I all based them on tropes and things that I wanted to make. So, um, yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. This sim is definitely they're gonna show up not with the rest of the Sims. All the Sims are roommates except for this one. Winona is the only Sim that is not an immediate roommate of Sasha's. So we're not going to meet them for an episode or two. The first episode is actually, we only are going to meet Sim number 8 and Sasha. Sim number 8, we already know if you watched the Horse Ranch, because she is the daughter of some friends of my Horse Ranch heir. So yeah, and they're like good friends. Sasha and she are good friends. So, and then the second episode, everybody else is introduced except for Winona, and the third episode, Winona is introduced. So keep an eye out. But yeah, I think it's fun, and I'm not gonna reveal like anything about this this series because I want it to be a surprise. But also, one kind of major thing is that so I'm really slow at making Sims, and I don't know how good this video is going to be because it is sped up by 1,000%. Yeah, it's sped up by 1,000% because I didn't have any other choice, and we're still at 24 minutes, which is fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Anyway, I keep having to ask like friends. All my friends have already seen these Sims because I can't keep my mouth shut. But I don't know. I find them to be very, very pretty, and they are right. I need to look at their traits. They are a hot-headed, loyal, and loner Sim, and I can't tell what their aspiration is because it's too small on my screen. Probably the culinary one, right? Okay, I can't see, but it's probably the culinary one because they are a chef. And I tried to give them all like skills and also likes and dislikes. So we'll also see how compatible all of them are with Sasha. Like, you know, see who she gets along with and who she doesn't. I'm excited about that one. But yeah, Winona is definitely going to be a different character. I stuck with his hair for a long time because I wanted to because it was new, but I ended up going for a different one. All of them, I had a lot of good hair options on them. They all kind of look good, don't they? They're like a very good looking sim, I think. I think all these sims are exceptionally beautiful, and I tried my best. I really did. I did try my best to do that, and I think I did an okay job. I also tried to give them each their own separate styles, and some of them have separate color palettes, but I find that a lot of them do take up on Sasha's color palette because it's the generational color palette. However, the next gen is probably going to take one color from Sasha and one color from whoever their other parent is. And I already have that planned, so fun. But we'll see who that is and what colors they're going to take on, you know? It's always fun to pretend to know what I'm talking about. And I like kind of do, but I also kind of don't. So yeah, I should probably stop talking, but shortly we are going to move on to sim number 3, and then I'll talk about them. Okay, so this next sim is Felix Alexander Graham Lace. That's his full name, but he is the president, like a class president. I don't know if colleges have class presidents, because I want nothing to do with college, but because I'm a failure and stuff, but whatever. We're not going to talk about that right now. So yeah, he is great. Let's see. He is a cat lover, which is always a great, fabulous trait. He's a book lover, and he is an overachiever, I believe. I have a couple overachiever sims, which kind of makes sense because if you're going to college, sometimes you have to overachieve. But yeah, he is pretty cool. He is a history major, and he's good at writing and speeches. He is a gay trans man, which is cool. And he is also obviously one of the sims that Sasha's going to be in the dorms with. So yeah, I don't have a great deal to say about him. I feel like he's the one who changed the least between my first and second attempt, because as I said, I did make them all twice. So yeah, it's not like I'm obsessed or anything with perfection, but I am a little bit. I think he's very pretty, basically, is what I want to say. Yeah, he's also got the Renaissance sim aspiration, I believe, and yeah, they're all gonna kind of get their own like episodes. I'm not gonna reveal like how, but like they kind of all get episodes that kind of focus on them, but it's still from Sasha's perspective. Like it's just she kind of spends more time with them. It's complicated. You'll see. You'll see. Yeah, I'm really curious. Do you guys have any like predictions of what this is gonna be? Because I have predictions. I have ideas of what it's going to be, meaning I have everything planned out in quite detailed length. All the characters, I go through these stages where I'm like, I don't work on any sim stores for a really long time, and then I make a whole entire generation in like 2 days. And that's what I did with these. And I am glad I did that, because like for a while I had no idea what I was going to do for Gen 2. And it would have been nice to do one with the 4 rent pack, which that's not what this is. Sorry. But I'm not doing that because I don't have any ideas for that, and I didn't even know that 4 rent was coming out when I first started planning. So, because I plan ahead just a little bit. I'm not that bad at planning ahead. I don't do it too often, but it's fine. I actually have a problem with over planning ahead more than under planning ahead, so, except for some things, honestly. But I really have to plan ahead for this one. And I've talked about this before, but the genre that I'm going for this series is something I've literally never seen before on any Sim story, really, especially not on YouTube and with machinimas, or without them. And it's just a very difficult thing to pull off, I do think, so it could suck. So, you've been warned. Yeah, there's not really that much else to say, so I guess I'm just going to leave until the final sim. We are on to the final sim. She is the scholar, Ashlyn Moore. She is a physics major and enjoys photography and science. Photography is more something that we'll like explore more upon in the future. I also tried to give all these sims different hair, eye, and skin tones because that's like a big thing for me. The thing that kind of matters most when you're making sims is that you don't use the same colors all the time, because you can have same face syndrome and that's like kind of okay, but when you have same everything else syndrome where they just look all like they could be siblings because of their like colors, I don't like that. So I tried to be diverse with their colors. However, there's a lot of, well, actually there's only 2 brown-haired people that I've made so far, but I still have 2 more to make. Let's see. One of them has brown hair, yeah. So we have 2 brown-haired girls, and there's 4. Wait, 5? Because of Sasha. Wait, no. I'm bad at counting. Forget about it. But I thought I had way too many brown-haired people, and originally Ashlyn was, had like red hair, kind of. But I didn't want her to have red hair, and red hair didn't look good when I put it on her this time, so I was just like, somebody else can have red hair. Nobody else has red hair, spoiler alert. I probably should have made somebody else. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna get into it, but yeah. I tried really hard with these things. Also, I'm sure if you gender bend all of them, they will look bad because they all use presets heavily. Custom presets, and custom presets always translate horribly to the other gender. So if we have really any child, there's a chance of it looking ugly, but I'll fix it. I don't mind cheating. I will say the timeline on the series is quite weird compared to Horse Ranch because it is literally going to be 20 episodes within a couple of years in uni. However, the last couple episodes are wrap-up episodes that are outside of uni. So, and the first episode is a teen episode. But other than that, we're sticking with being in uni. You could say this is a Discovery University Let's Play, but I also wouldn't consider it that, considering the content of it is more focused on something else, which I'm not going to be talking about yet. But isn't she so pretty? I find Ashlyn to be very pretty. Yeah, I tried to give all the Sims different looks, but they kind of all look the same anyway. It's okay though. I did my hardest, my darndest. And I'm really excited about the next CAS video. I've also remade all of those Sims. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I made them all once and then hated them. So, in fact, one of them I couldn't even finish because it was so ugly to look like. I'm like, I have to redo that. So, I did, and she looks so much better now, but I'm excited to show you guys them. I'm excited to show you guys all of their intertwining relationships because they all have complicated relationships with each other as well. Yeah, I don't have a great deal more to say on this topic, and I still have, an entire other CAS video. By the way, I'm sorry I didn't post like my regular videos this week. I'm just posting this one so I can get a week ahead of schedule, because for some reason that makes more sense to me and makes me less scared to post. So, yay! I don't know what I'm talking about, but isn't that hair so pretty? I think it's so pretty. Anyway, I'm babbling now, so I'm gonna say bye. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to have you subscribe and join along Sasha's journey. Obviously, she isn't pictured yet, but she is like one of my favorite Sims of all time, because her parents are both like my comfort Sims, and Sasha's quickly becoming one of my comfort Sims as well. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these 4 Sims and the possible future for Sapphire Cliffs, and yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.